Welcome to the Rad Dudecast. My name is Brendan. I'm here with Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito. If you are a fan of the podcast, if you are not a fan of the podcast, I don't give a shit either way. Rate, review, subscribe. Go to patreon.com/Rad Dudecast. Donate $5 or more a month, and you will get, Greg, how many fucking bonus episodes will they get a month?
You get $100 for every $5 you donate.
You get 4 bonus episodes a month, not what Greg said. Anthony's finishing up a bean salad. He's on a new, Greg, he is on a new nutritional, now, first of all, we missed you last week, but Anthony is on a new nutritional kick. He saw a documentary on Netflix, changed his diet.
Well, that's great. I'm going to interrupt that and say this. I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
So as per my rule, I now get to talk double. So every time I say something, I'm going to say something else and have 2 conversations so that I can make up for last week.
I have my hand raised
Brendan.
for those of you not watching the video. I would suggest, because we did do 2 episodes, triple.
Triple? Okay. This is a really hard idea to try to actually implement. So I'm going to try to have 3 conversations.
Yes.
How was your weekend? I went to the store. I love red. I can't do this. I got to jail. I got to be on this.
No. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'll answer the question first. How was my weekend? It was good. I like to because the marathon comes right by my street, so I like to get up and watch the professionals. I don't care for the amateurs. Okay,
of course,
I go back to bed for the amateurs, but the professionals, I like to watch them. Now, what I like is I'm about the 10K mark, and when the professional men come through,
10K doesn't make any sense. 10,000 doesn't even. There's 12 miles.
10K, 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles. So I'm at about the 6.2 mile mark. When the professional men come by, there's always a few whiteys in there trying to just hang on for a while to get their face on camera. And I say to them, give it up. You're not going to win. Drop back immediately. You just want to be on the camera.
Right? Or is this a race? Is this a race? Because I like a race.
Well,
where the race is a race.
I mean, traditionally, a Kenyan or an Ethiopian will take the New York City Marathon. So it was the biggest marathon in the world.
But if you had to, could you rank the races?
In terms of what? Running?
Best.
Running marathons?
Best all-around race.
Kenyans are the best marathon best all-around race?
Yes, like all-around.
Oh, that's easy. Inuits.
The Indians?
No, Inuits.
They're Indian.
No, they're Eskimo.
They're like Indian.
Well, they are Native Americans.
See?
Not really, because I guess when we said this was America, Alaska wasn't part of America. So now...
But they traveled up through the Bering Strait.
I referred to a black guy on an English telephone show as a African, you know how we say African American?
Yeah.
I said African English. And then I wondered, do they do that? Does any other country do that?
Shit. No, I like what you said.
I don't think so. What happened?
There's a buzzing in the background. You hear it?
It's very minor. I would continue.
You know what I've been, they don't do African, right?
I'm African.
Why would they do African?
I have a friend who did that. I said, are you African? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, African American? He goes, nah, I'm African.
Oh, that is how you would use
I'm African.
Right.
Right.
They do that, but not in Africa.
That's what I was saying.
I thought that was.
Yeah. I thought because America has done so well globally.
Of course. Global economy, global system.
Absolutely. That they would adopt the American part. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm American African. Wait, how do you do that?
No, he means they're adopting. We've said African American, so they've got to say, well, we're not African American because that's clearly Americans have established that format. We're African.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
What about African? How would that work?
What?
You know what I mean? I'm African.
I don't know, man. You got to unpack it a little bit.
Triple African. You know what I mean? I think you should say all 3 of your grandparents, right? So you go, I am American, Italian.
Okay.
You know?
Wait. Kind of.
This is how the best way to do race. So I don't got to ask, you know, when you look at someone and you go, what the fuck am I looking at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some kind of, you know, a little bit Asian, maybe Mexican, I don't know. But then you go, hey, what are you? And they go, and then you say your mom, and then you say your dad, right? So you go, I'm American, African, Filipino. Because I'm clearly American. I was born here. Sorry.
So you're American.
No. Yeah.
If we're going by born here.
My
But we
parents
go
were
by
born here.
ethnicity. I like to do this when I'm filling out a form for, say, a loan where maybe there's or for a diversity grant.
Yeah.
I write down African in the box, and then they go for the interview and they go, "You're not African." I said, "I didn't write African." It says African right here. I said, "No, I'm a freaking white guy."
That's fun.
It didn't fit in the box.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant. So can I get this grant
Yeah,
or
man.
what?
I'm trying to give you a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
Get you know what you're getting with this guy. You know,
Yeah.
you're not just getting a white guy. You get a freaking white guy, man. What do you think I'm bringing to the table?
I'm APB, baby, African party boy. You know who I am. That's how I started this.
So then you would be a freaking party boy?
I'm a freaking party boy. Freaking party boy.
Yeah. What
Now, go.
All right.
Anthony, go.
Go.
Now, when you say party boy, what image pops up into your head?
Me?
Yeah.
Literally myself in a thong. Literally, and glitter. And glitter and,
Yeah.
like a unicorn essence, but no real horse.
Uh-huh.
Like the sense that a unicorn was just here. You know how people would be reacting if a unicorn was just in the room? You'd go, oh, I can't believe they're real. That's the feeling. And then it's me, not a thong, because I like the full butt. I like the full butt, but a very skimpy, very shiny underwear with just a little bit of pubic hair coming out the sides.
Just a taste.
Just a taste.
Yeah.
Just give them a little.
Just
Yeah.
let them know what the flavor is
Just let
down
them
there.
know.
Some
Bushy.
some underwear are coming with that.
Oh, like the Jewish curls in your joke. Underwear with pubic hair sprouted out of the side.
Yeah.
That's
some,
a
Some are. They're making. Calvin Klein has a new line of underwear that is coming with the hair popping out of the sides. Did you read about this?
That's a
did.
guppy tank idea.
They're called Calvin Klein burgers.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein and Schmitz. They're. You can get them for as many shekels in your pocket. Okay.
I like to call them. I like to shave my pubic hair in like a sideburns format, where it's shave clean, straight down, but the sides like a Gallagher. I like full hair on the sides, around the legs. I like like where your the joint of your crotch is.
Yeah.
Full hair there on both sides. But clean landing strip right down the penis.
Like one of those kind of like lunatic guys that goes with the reverse goatee where they've got a full beard but they've shaved off
Yes!
like shaved off the goatee area.
Exactly that.
Which is very rare. You see it
Like Wolverine.
Yes,
Almost.
yes,
Like Wolverine.
yes.
But
Yeah.
then you just shave that line all the way down your chest,
Yes.
all the way down your belly, straight down through your dick.
Yeah.
Actually, for me, I like to have a cleanly shaved leg, cleanly shave everything, but just literally two like the grass is parted, on both sides.
Sure, like and the jaguar
Yeah.
sneaking, slithering through. Now let me
It's called the Gallagher.
let me delve, if I could.
Yeah.
I'd like to delve. Great. You repeatedly have referenced shaving straight down the penis. How much hair are you growing on your actual penis?
Well, that's where you're going to run into a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because in 1987, they were selling this stuff online. It was a spray can that would spray on hair.
Yeah.
And I got the limited edition first one, which was, and I sprayed my dick.
Sure.
Because I was trying to prove that I had pubic hair.
Yeah, you were being a
Right,
man.
That thing, it's like
Sneaking
the
to
peanut.
clubs.
It's like the Peanut Butter Project. You ever see the Peanut Butter Project? There was a
What?
Disney movie where the kid put peanut butter on his head and it kept growing too much hair. That's what happened on my dick. So I had full hair growing off my penis.
This is a real Disney movie?
Yeah, but I only think 3 people saw it. It's called like a Disney project. It's called the Peanut Butter Project.
It's called the Peanut Butter. For a second. It's called the Peanut Butter Project.
It's called the Peanut Butter
and
Project.
A kid put peanut butter on his hair, and then
His hair wouldn't stop growing.
his hair wouldn't stop growing. So
Yeah.
put peanut
I wish
butter
there was a
on
way
it
to Google
stop
it.
the growth of the hair.
That's
Oh, Dan! I always forget he's here.
That's like in studio script writer that is
Yeah.
just a month away from retirement. It's just like, I don't know. The kid puts peanut butter on his hair, it won't
Yeah.
stop growing.
Yeah,
That's- write it up, boys.
this divorce is taking a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Now, this is a Greg Heavy episode.
That's fine.
I have so much content. Also, that idea, that was impossible to do. I don't want to explain the idea because we can't do it. It wouldn't even be funny. Was that I would try to, as I'm talking to you, maintain one conversation, but then also be telling 2 other conversations at the same time to get triple the Greg.
I got it. I understand.
Yeah, no,
I understood.
yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's tough to pull off, but I'd love to see you get out there.
This is a very big Greg episode.
Okay. Yeah. A lot
Yes.
of announcements. A lot of
We've
announcements
heard.
about how this is a large
I don't-
Greg episode.
but not
so
a lot of-
far,
yeah.
It's been very balanced. But
Well, I'm just saying.
just to let
lot of Greg in
everybody
this one.
know that there is a lot of Greg on the way.
I also have nothing to say.
Well, then-
I'm just so happy to see my friends.
I've got stuff
Yeah.
for you to say
Why are you pointing at me like that?
because I'm excited for a Greg Heavy episode. I've got stuff to run by you.
You got to do Knuckles like Bob Dole.
Okay, because I'm going on. I'm going on. I'm going on Shark Tank.
Uh-huh.
I'm inventing a new sport.
When?
I need your take.
We're
going
going to pause.
2 weeks.
Okay, but let me just throw this out there before you get started. I want to just make sure. I have an Atlantic City story. I have a poem I have to read.
You just said you had nothing, so I'm trying to throw you a bone, give you some stuff to
I
commentate on,
am also-
and you've got 3 things.
You interrupted
So-
what he was about to do to
I'm-
let everybody know
It's a
what
Greg Happy
you
episode.
might do down the line.
Not only that,
I am
hold
so
on.
caffeinated.
It's better than that
insane.
even because it's even better than that because I didn't want to do what I was going to do. I literally was only going to my thing to give
Right.
Greg something
Well,
to comment on.
It's a Greg Heavy episode.
How about let's start with your
Yeah,
poem.
why don't we go through?
Uh-huh.
Why don't we really make it a Greg Happy episode? And why don't you go ahead?
Start
Okay,
with
but
your
Google
poem.
Docs wants me to take a tour. What does that mean? No, I don't want to take a tour.
awesome.
Let's do the thing you said first because that was so good, Brendan. I want to hear about it. Tell me.
Okay.
Invention, right? What are you reading? You've a docket?
Yeah, I have all sorts of notes for today's
That's
episode.
good. I can't. I'm so excited to see.
Well,
my
do
friends
you wanna hear
have
the-
too much coffee?
Do you want to play the game where you try and guess the nicknames I made up, or do you want to hear some sports I've improved?
I have to calm
Man,
down.
these are both great.
I want to hear about sports you've improved.
Yeah.
Okay. The fir-
But do we also get to improve on them?
yes, this is what I
what I
need. I
love.
need
No,
so
it's all closed.
so this is
course.
paintball. Okay.
All right.
This is paintball.
Uh-huh.
It's
Uh-huh.
multi-day.
Uh-huh.
The field is 5 miles by 5 miles square woods. No guns. It's all throwing weapons, knives, spears, and
Paintball knives?
crossbows. But they're safe. They've got paintball soft ends with you dip them in paint. Now this goes on for days. You're camping. You're tracking each other down. It's the ultimate in adventure experience. I'm gonna buy a plot of land upstate, maybe in Maine. Get this going. People will come for corporate retreats. You sneak up on a guy, you slice his neck, but you're not really. You've
Some
got
might even
paint.
say it could be part of an erotic getaway. As I am maintaining a full erection.
So here's what we want to
during
do.
this whole
I want to
explanation.
add what Anthony just added. You just added erotic. So now it's sexual. Throwing knives. Sexual. Then I'm going to add my part, which is it's also a school shooting, right? So we
Okay.
have this is how the 3 of us will get our projects done,
Yes.
right? You've got 3 days in a school. It's all children.
Wait,
Yeah.
man.
What?
It just was in the woods.
We're open to all ideas.
Sure,
This
it's
is
an
a
outdoor school.
brainstorming
Okay,
session.
okay,
This is a
okay.
brainstorm.
Okay.
You throw everything against the wall. You see what sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will this stick? I don't know, because we already said we're outside. Now we're in a school, but
But it's an
the-
outside school like
okay,
in California.
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
one of
yes,
those.
Have you ever
yeah.
had those?
I've seen those in movies.
Yeah,
Summer school.
yeah, but
The
they don't
movie-
have the classes outside. It's
True.
like you walk outside and then you go into the class.
They should do
Sometimes they'll go by a tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had an outdoor classroom
Yeah.
at my elementary school.
I think more people should be doing it. A lot to
Yeah.
learn in nature.
Not in Bloomfield, baby. Bloomfield, like, you ain't
way.
go outside. They get you out there. They gonna kill you. They were like that. That's my
Yeah.
teacher, Mr. Zach. Mr. Zach Quinto.
Okay, go ahead. So you're in a school. This is how we get our projects done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a school, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And then we do the lunch bell. But the lunch bell is an alarm that says, we got a shooter, right? And then it'll help prep children with throwing knives on how to stop schools. This is a game/training exercise because a good guy with a gun will stop a good guy with a gun. And what's better than a good guy with a gun is a child with a knife. I've always said it.
Okay, what I would like to say is, hey, first of all, right off the bat, I like it. I do like it.
Hands down.
No questions asked. I
Uh-huh.
think it's a go. I will say, Anthony seemed to have taken what I said and added something.
Yeah.
You seem to have taken what I said and just did a different thing.
Okay. You are right. But as per Greg Heavy rules,
It could be a part of a program. You get
Yes.
both. You sign
So-
up for a package deal.
well, what I took from yours is the knives, and it's 7 days.
right.
All right? But
I think that increased 4 days since your earlier statement.
How many days did you say?
I think you started with 3 days.
14 days.
14 days. Okay, yes.
14 days. It's 14 days
day retreat.
in an old-timey Madison Square Garden type building, right? So we're back in a building. Like we're back in a
Hang
dome.
on,
A dome.
man.
A dome.
Madison Square Garden, the sports arena.
Madison Square Garden type.
So a sports arena type building.
You know when you cast Zach Galifianakis, but you can't afford a Zach Galifianakis?
Sure.
So you get
A lot of those guys.
fat
floating
beard.
around,
Yeah,
a lot of fat
Come
beards.
on, we got a lot of fat
A lot of no-name fat beards.
Come on, a lot
Sure.
of and FBs. So it's a Madison Square type garden place. Okay, children. We give children throwing knives
Okay.
that are safe, right?
Yeah.
Then we add Anthony Zellman back in. These kids are all naked. You said sexual. You said
I know,
did,
but
I
you
did,
see,
I
I don't
did,
think
I
you,
did,
you
I
want.
It's
don't
not
agree with it.
No, I said
Sexual.
sexual. I
It's-
did say that.
You did say
yes,
sexual.
but you didn't say anything about children.
So it is
Not
sexual.
yet.
Well, they're adults dressed as
Obviously
children.
not.
Oh, okay.
It's a school shooting fantasy camp. Because we didn't get to be in school shootings when we were younger. We never get to have that life.
Oh my God.
Now we get to live the dream of how would I? Because I watch these school shootings and I go, I would have been fine. I'd have killed the guy. Now we can know.
I will say this
Naked school shooting.
about Greg.
What?
And since this is such a Greg heavy episode, I would imagine that when you see a school shooting and you see some kid being a hero,
Yeah.
you are like, I would have loved to be that hero.
I would have been that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think about it. I always have a plan. I have a shooting plan right now. If someone comes through the window, I got this hammer. It's I gotta get it. Ah, Cheetah took it.
Sounds
But
like
it's
an
to bonk
airtight
him in the
plan
head.
so far.
To save Dan. Dan, my whole life now is to protect Dan Harumi.
I continually show
Dan, you are under my protection, and you knows that.
I continually show Amy the picture of the tactical shotgun that I'm going to buy from Dick's Sporting Goods to protect our home and children someday, and she continually says, "You are suicidal and not allowed to have guns. You are an idiot. There will be no gun." And I say, "It's only $299. Look how cool it looks. Our family will be safe." And she goes, "You will shoot yourself."
See, what you got to do is you got to get one of these water things on it, right? So then when you point it at yourself, the water fills the barrel so it won't fire.
Is there such a thing?
I just invented it.
That's the best Shark Tank. We've been bouncing back. Here's the thing. If you're listening at home, this is why you brainstorm.
Yes.
Because, yes, my idea may not have been the best. Then Greg improves it a little bit with the Madison Square Garden. Where does it eventually lead? All of a sudden, we got water-safe guns pointed at your suicide-proof guns. Now,
Yeah.
does the physics work out? Nobody knows, but that's
That's
why
not
you bring a German in.
That's not on us. That's on the German.
Yeah.
We get the German to work out the logistics on that.
Yeah.
What? I didn't.
Yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah,
No,
you were.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. It's just moving at such a fast pace.
So think
today.
of a gun, right?
Yeah.
And then you pull it back, and the water, since the water moves, it will then lock the gun into a way that you can't blow your own brains out.
Oh.
So
That
unless
sounds
you
pretty
just
good.
had it this way, I mean, I guess you have to shoot yourself from another angle. But a lot of suicide people don't do it that way. They don't go up high. You know, bird's eye view. They always blast themselves
Well,
from the
because you might
bottom.
miss. You got to go into the mouth or right into the temple, you know?
So you gotta go. So you'd have to lay on your back. I'm already figuring out ways. We gotta get the German on this.
Yeah.
I'll
Now,
work all that out.
next thing for Shark
I'd like
Tank
to know, yeah.
that I'd love
Yeah.
Greg's input on, regular football, right? You take regular
Yeah.
football, but
Are
one
we talking football? Or we talking soccer?
football, American
Yeah, gotta make
football.
sure. It's a Greg heavy episode. I get to say what I want.
One down out of every 4, you line up 3 yards apart, and it's 1 versus 1.
Wait. Did you just say what I think might have been the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life?
Yeah. So yes, I did. So it's football, regular football. Everything's the same except once out of every 4 downs, you're only allowed 1 guy on the field, and the other team only gets 1 guy on the field, and it's 1 against 1.
1-on-1.
1-on-1. Can
2
you
balls?
Can you run by him? No, 1 ball. Who's ever on offense is still on offense.
Can you run by him?
Can you run by him? That's
That's like
it.
can you get in the house, Big Brother
Because
style.
scoring's going to be a lot higher. You're going to have to get 2 super fast guys. This is going to bring guys like Usain Bolt into the league, guys like that.
Women.
Yeah.
They could seduce.
Yeah, they can
They can
seduce.
seduce.
That's what I told you. I told Amy she was in one of Dan Perlman's shorts yesterday. I said, "Are you going to show your tits?" She goes, "I'm not, what?" And I go, "You don't. Do you buy two luxurious sports cars and keep them locked up in the garage?
No.
You know what I mean? Do you keep?
Also,
If you're Jay Leno.
Do you have a thoroughbred and keep it in the stable? Let them loose.
Jay Leno locks cars up and he locks kids up.
That's
the
it.
two things I know about
You know
Jay
what he
Leno.
doesn't lock up?
Oh, the
What?
stories are about to come out.
Yeah.
You'll now, sure, but also you got a director like Perlman. I think people are getting naked for no reason.
Yeah, you got old jump shot in
Dude.
there. He's shooting. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's shooting.
Yeah.
That's that guy. What am I doing?
I know.
Why am I almost saying things terrible about someone who really exists?
So that's a check on the football. Or you got a
Yeah.
question?
So for me to understand it, every 3 downs you go 1-on-1, and then it's like American Gladiators.
It can be
kinda.
any time. You just have to
Oh.
do one per every 4.
One
So
per
you
every
could go
4 needs
first
to be a
down.
1-on-1 down.
Yeah, you could go first down if you
I
wanted.
wonder. Yeah.
Get it out of the way. Now the thing is, they have to be a little ways apart because if you lined up regularly, the defense would get a tackle every time because you'd be on top of him. They have to be about 3 yards apart to give the guy a little space to
Sure,
run.
I see what you're saying.
But they can't be too far apart because the guy would run by him every time.
Right.
I want to pivot where we're at right now.
Okay.
I'd like to pick. This is Greg Heavy. I can say what I want. I want to take a moment and let's actually complete this game to make the Rad Dude Cast football game. I'm going to add a new rule. I want to add a rule to this game. I love already your rules in effect. Also, halfway through the game, the saddest guy on the team
Yeah.
has to meet the happiest guy on the other team, and the happiest guy, they have to trade compliments.
And points for whoever convinces who.
Yeah,
So
you
if
have to
the-
really believe it.
And so if the happy guy walks away sad, then the sad guy's team gets points. If the sad guy walks away happy, the happy guy's team gets
Wait,
points.
no. I want to pivot on that only. I don't want the happy guy walking away sad. I want everyone
might.
to walk away happy.
But then they're going to give the happy
So the
guys gonna
two
get
sads.
points every time.
The two
two sads,
have
yes.
to compliment each other, and if they both walk away going, man, I think he really meant that,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
then they get a point. And
And-
you can get a limited points.
Yeah, and I think that's great. And they have another rule which doesn't sort of goes along with that rule, but the head coach's wives have to make a meal, and then
yes.
the referee eats both meals, and whoever made the better meal, they get a point.
They
That's
get
great.
they get an Italian compliment over the microphone.
Yeah.
That is bueno paquita.
Well, that leads right into one of my other sports.
Oh,
no.
Okay,
I
we're
want
not
to get your
done.
sport.
Yes,
I
got
want
it.
to complete the football game.
I thought it was complete, but
All right. I had one more rule
Okay.
that I wanted to add. If there's somebody who's continually killing it, like a ringer.
well, there's no ringers in the NFL. They're all very good.
Oh, ringer.
Oh,
They're all.
really?
It's a league of
Oh,
ringers.
professional football
So you're
players.
just saying the best guy, like a Tom Brady.
I love what you said, and now I've changed my mind. I want to move back. Everyone who's good has to have like a bowling balls tied to them like a chain. to
So
slow
everyone
them
in the
down.
league, really.
Yes, everyone has to play with these heavy weights to slow the game down. And
like
you get
that.
one normal guy in there who doesn't have the weight.
What about this? What
Yeah,
about this?
Brendan.
Oh, okay.
I got an
I like
idea.
that.
Mhm.
I got an idea. Okay, so everyone has bowling balls, right?
Yeah, or boulders.
Except for there's 2 guys
Mm-hmm.
on each team without bowling balls.
Mm-hmm.
With the one guy has chain cutters. The other
This is a
guy,
whole new game
so he
that
gets
I
to
love.
run around trying to cut off his guy's bowling ball chain.
Free the man.
But there's another guy that doesn't have a boulder whose only job is to tackle the chain cutter. So there's 2 guys without boulders. So one guy, the one guy's the chain
Yeah.
cutter. The other guy
could be its own
attacks the other
game.
guy's chain cutter. Yeah, we don't even need football anymore. We don't even need
we
football.
call it free the man.
Yeah.
You want to play a game, a quick game of free the man?
Yeah.
It's a guy running around with a bolt cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to free your friends with bolts.
Yeah.
Expensive, a little pricey because you got to buy new chains all the time.
Yeah, but football's very pricey too, and that thing's doing great.
Yeah, we sell hot dogs. All right.
Now, this is going to be good. I think it's illegal. It's it's based off the. Are you familiar with the Great British Bake Off?
Heard only people speak of it, but I don't know too much about it.
It's a baking show. Have you watched it?
I love it, man.
It's very good.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Now, the great. We're not going to limit
One of the
this
9 words I said on the podcast go far, and Greg said, "I hate you." After I said it,
for no reason.
I know
For
he's just
liking
flying,
a good
man.
show that
Nah.
most people
Don't
like.
you. I don't hate you. I'm just so happy to be around with you
He's
guys.
just going so fast.
I'm sorry.
Oh man,
We're gonna-
you don't know to apologize for. It's just hilarious to watch.
I think you do. I think he had something. You said one word and he said, "I hate you." I think
comprehend.
accept the apology.
No, I accept the apology, but I know what I'm trying to do, and it doesn't always work. But I'm trying to look at the meaning behind words,
Yes.
not just the words. And I know the meaning behind that is just pure caffeine and puppy dog excitement.
Yes.
So I don't even think he knew that he said the words
Yeah.
"I hate you." I think in his head he went, "I love you."
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's like when a dog bites you when he comes in because he's been alone all day.
Yeah.
I was in Atlantic City for 7 days. I'm going to bite everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. But so
So
to go
now
back to
this is not limited to England because we're
Mhm.
going to need, because I don't know how good they are at it. It's going to be, has to be shot at an undisclosed location. We can't have anyone rating. It's the Great Crystal Methamphetamine Bake Off. Okay, you get the best guys in the world
The meth
making
guys.
crystal
Funny,
meth,
man.
the best crystal meth makers, and then you got these judges. They're
Tweakers?
they're tweakers. They're tweaking out. They're saying crazy stuff. They're going around trying to sample product before
Yeah.
it's even ready, and you just get rounds of that every week. There's a new challenge. Hey, put a little cinnamon in it. What'll that do? Or today it has to be in a shape.
I'm so mad at you because there's nothing to add to this.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
done.
It's perfect as is.
It's perfect as is.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Are there rounds?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So every round, one guy gets eliminated, and then say next week they say, today everyone's gonna have to work in our secret ingredient, heroin.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
that's
it's like crystal meth with heroin. I've
Yeah.
never baked that before, but let
Sure.
me check the recipe book, see what I can do.
Right, and then you can also the challenge is going to be like normally you'd have an hour, but the FBI is closing. in.
Yes.
So
Oh,
you
the
only
challenge.
have like
Right.
10 minutes.
I didn't know they do challenges. Yeah,
But
we're going to
yeah.
blow the roof off the place. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, or so today's challenge. There's a knife hidden somewhere. Kill the guy who you think is the worst competitor.
Yeah. We can do a crossover because we're also introducing Free the Man. We chain all the cooks
Yes,
to a rock.
Yes.
And you get a tweaker who's running around trying to cut free as a friend cook.
and I'll add this: we don't even videotape or broadcast it. We just sell crystal methamphetamine.
I also think we should do Impractical Tweakers, where we do a show based on this show where it's Impractical Jokers with just a bunch of tweakers. They're doing pranks. Are they? No, they're robbing Sears. That's fine.
Now I got a few of these, but they're nothing worth talking about.
We
Really.
could do more on the Patreon. We could always take a break.
Yeah, we'll
Get
take a
back to
break from
Greg.
this. We'll get back to Greg. The one.
God knows we should get back to Greg.
The one.
It's a Greg heavy
There
episode.
has not been enough.
The one that speaks.
Can't stop talking.
The one that speaks for itself. No comments necessary. Hide and seek in Chernobyl.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so that's kind of dumb.
Can we pause for a second
Yeah.
and say this? Legit good idea is a TV show, a hide-and-seek TV show where you hide all over the world in different things. Professional hide-and-seekers that you fly to the Coliseum, you fly to Chernobyl, you fly to the Amazon in Florida. I think we could sell that.
Well, we would have to really. First of all, let's not give away too much because I think you're on to actually a sellable idea. You have to work out some rules because otherwise, it's nearly impossible.
Hide-and-seek?
Like unless you're a private eye with all of the necessary sort of components and time. If a guy can just hide anywhere in the world.
No. Each
think-
episode is like, this episode is in the Amazon.
Oh,
Right,
I
yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was
You-
like,
I see
go,
what you're- I
you
see
got
what
3
both you're
days.
saying. Yeah, yeah.
Find,
Yeah, you're-
find Jim. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, you're saying you're introducing the idea of a private detective the game.
Yeah.
Which I get what you're saying. He means
yes.
the issue you're gonna run
Empire State Building.
I
What?
get what you're. The issue you're going to run into is the city getting involved and allowing you to do that in these
Sure.
places because
We
usually
pay
they're marked off as
Then we
historical.
talk to, somebody in the DeVito or Corluzzo family. Get a couple
Yeah,
paychecks.
yeah.
We slide some moolah over, right? We also get Tile in as a sponsor. You familiar with Tile, right? That's where you lose your keys. The thing will beep, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get them.
Yeah,
as a
so we
sponsor.
get-
I see what he's saying.
All the hiders have
Right.
little tiles on them.
Right, right.
And it'll help you beep, beep, beep,
in
beep.
case
when you're
they
within
hide too well.
like if I'm within 20 feet of you, it'll beep, 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 or quicker,
Oh.
beep, beep,
Well,
beep,
yeah.
beep, beep. So it's you're kind of doing the metal detector game.
Yeah.
Well, I
Anthony,
say
for 3
yeah,
points.
because I say every episode starts It's 5 o'clock, and the episode ends at 6, and 6 is dinner time. 'Cause that's usually
Yes.
when most hide-and-go-seek
You
games
God
stop.
damn.
So
right.
if they can't find you by the time it's dinner time, then the tile thing beeps.
Or time to go to bed.
Or time to go to bed.
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be.
It
Yeah.
should end with credits. Everyone's in bed.
Did
Getting
you
tucked in
guys-
by their parents.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the professional tag?
Yeah, I watch it on YouTube.
It's pretty intense.
Those guys are very good.
Yeah.
Like the movie?
Yeah.
It's just
Oh yeah, they have those like metal.
yes, it's
Jungle
just
gyms.
parkour guys.
Yeah, it's exactly.
It's just
but
par-
it's very entertaining to
yeah,
watch.
but not long lasting.
No.
Yeah.
10 minutes are
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
You can't go
You-
beyond
You're
10.
filled up after
You're
10.
filled up. You basically get the gist of this
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I like the idea. It seems like a very like network celebrity hide and seek. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
celebrity
it seems like
hide
a
and
AB
seek.
It seems like an ABC,
Wow.
NBC
Celebrity
kind
hide
of
and
a
seek.
thing.
Is a show. We need to get this thing to True TV.
Here's our problem. Can I say what our problem is?
What?
The three of us, we've been focusing on comedic shows when all the
Yeah,
whole time
you're right,
in
man.
front of our eyes
Celebrity hide and seek?
we're the best brainstormers for non-comedic game shows. Okay, we just rolled off 4 I'm going to say primetime Emmy winners.
Oh yeah, I could see Free the Man collecting all kinds of awards.
Free the Man.
I'm sure. And Greg's 2-week school shooter fantasy camp retreat, where not only is school shooting involved, but also naked children. I'm sure.
Adults
dressed up as children.
Oh,
Adults dressed
my-
as naked children.
My mistake.
So
but,
you have shirts that are naked babies printed on them.
But yeah, I do think like if you kind of slap celebrity onto a lot of stuff, like man, that's like $1 zillion
Yeah.
idea. What was that like Steph Curry game that they were trying to do last year? Remember, it was like a mini golf thing.
Oh, there was this
Yeah.
crazy mini golf, like this. It was this bizarre, intense mini golf that I think they must have spent like $6 billion on. It was like these insane mini golf courses and just bombed. Nobody cared.
Sets were like I don't know how much money were spent alone on making these sets. I think they aired 2 episodes and they were like, we don't have a digital outlet for this thing to even go to.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing we could do with it.
I just came up with the greatest idea that you're ever going to hear. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Yes.
I call it the Steph Curry Carry Barry Challenge. Okay? What it is it's Steph Curry carrying around Todd Barry and the Steph Curry Carry Barry Egg Challenge while we in the audience try to throw eggs at Todd Barry. And Steph Curry has to keep Todd Barry from getting hit in the head with eggs. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
We should
Great.
call Todd.
listen. This is a
Todd,
this is
I
a
wonder. I don't even think Todd would be down for it.
No, he wouldn't.
no. I
Why
don't
would he
even-
want to get hit in the
say-
face with eggs?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
show him a check, he will, though.
It's true though.
We show him
You
a
sh-
big primetime check. Sorry.
I think. And look, this is a Greg heavy episode. I know that.
Yeah.
And I so
We've all just obliged to that early on. I
so
guess.
far be it for me
Yeah.
to rain on your parade.
Well, we're gonna do an Anthony's corner. It's gonna be light.
Well, we've.
No, it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be heavy.
I don't think so, pal. He's got a backlog. We got an Anthony's room
Got
to
it,
fill.
yeah.
Good. We're gonna have to go long on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. This is
That's
triple your money, you fuck
fine.
faces. Now,
What were you gonna say, Brendan?
I was gonna say, people that you're gonna have to vary it up. So I think you need to go with the. So it's got to be a celebrity on athlete getting stuff thrown at
Yeah.
TV
Protect
show
the celebrity.
where
Okay.
each episode. So you've got Steph Curry with Todd Barry eggs. Maybe you do
I see what you mean.
maybe you do Myles Garrett with J-Lo lettuce.
Mhm.
You know, you change it up every time that way because they're going to get bored.
Yes, I'd say a celebrity picks their champion.
Yes, excellent. Yes,
and
like
it has to be protected by their champion. So then we have a celebrity picks a professional wrestler, and then another celebrity picks an MMA guy, and then those two have to fight each other.
okay. So the
and-
throwing's out the window now. Is
Well, I
what
mean,
you're
you can
saying.
throw whatever. any
Could be an
all-
ass. Let's not rule it out. Brendan.
Yeah, you
could be a large part of it still.
yeah,
This is just-
knives, acid, cooking spray.
This is just chicken fight out of the pool.
Well, the celebrity sits on a throne in the back, and once another celebrity is dead, so like let's say the
Man,
wrestler.
Everybody who thinks that like the coastal elites wait till they see this show where a celebrity is on a throne the whole time.
Yeah. And they have their champion. And once the champion defeats the other champion, he can then do whatever he wants to that celebrity.
This is a compliment I want to pay you.
I don't think you're letting me finish this. But
Well,
I'll hear the
I just
compliment.
want to
The
say,
celebrity just pick somebody from the middle class.
yeah,
Yeah. No, he was an athlete.
he's
Any kind of
describing the scene in Django Unchained where the two guys fight to the death in front of a fireplace.
There's a slight difference. So, kind of. I guess if you think about it that
Only
way.
replace a black guy with a rural Pennsylvania
Yeah.
factory worker.
Any
and
kind of
Alec
champion.
Baldwin.
Any kind of champion.
Oh my
But
God.
what you're missing here is
Yeah.
once he defeats the other champion, they both get full reign to do whatever they want on that celebrity. So when you have Neil Patrick Harris versus Todd Glass, and then their champions, the Working Man versus
You think
The
Todd
Rock.
Todd Glass is going to make the cut?
What?
Any kind of celebrity, man.
man.
You know what I mean? And their champions fight. I would say they're any champion they can get.
Yeah.
One champion dies, and then the other champion, let's say he's The Rock. The Rock and Todd Glass now get to do whatever they want to Neil Patrick Harris.
This is as Greg's being escorted off the ABC studio lot. Greg is screaming this at people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Greg heavy episode.
I know.
Well,
I know. It's just hilarious. The rapid fire in which you've said this idea.
The compliment I wanted to pay you is
Yeah.
a lot of producers, a lot of screenwriters, which you are, they get locked into an idea and they refuse to budge. You are the exact opposite. Your ideas are as fluid as water. It starts as one thing, and you can bet your bottom dollar it will be a completely different thing by the time this
Yep,
thing airs.
absolutely.
I mean, it's this.
It's nuts, man.
I don't
Let's
even
remember,
understand me.
celebrity champion death match started as Steph Curry carries Barry.
The Steph Curry, Carrie Barry,
They must
egg
work
challenge.
with each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
for a good time. Yeah, it ends out like Greg's like, I've got an idea for a TV show, and at the end of it, he's like, I guess it was just a candy bar the whole time.
Well, I want to say this, right? After we bring them celebrity hide and go seek, right? After we bring them free the man, they're going to
Yeah.
go, these guys have made so much money. What other gold do they have? That's when we go, well, we're in the chair now of power.
Right.
Right?
Now
I bring you the Todd Barry Carey egg challenge.
Right.
You know? And Todd's going to go, well, these guys make so much gold. Of course this is going to be a hit. Right? And then we just got this Mandingo fighting going on, but not race related, of course.
Right.
Champion related.
Sure.
Select your champion.
Sure.
Right?
Just bringing up the history of Mandingo fighting. That's just such a funny thing that like people are gonna see right away.
I actually don't know what man. What is a
be
man?
crucified on Twitter for this show,
Yeah.
man?
Is Mandingo? Is that a race thing?
I believe it was
Yeah.
a tribe initially. I believe it was a particular tribe in Africa.
Oh,
But I would just friend to friend.
yeah.
I'd lay off it.
All right, I won't say that. But I just know it from Django. I just know
now,
it from Django because I think that they had said it in Django.
This is
Totally.
something.
but it's not race.
You've.
It's champion. I want to just.
I know though.
I've gotta
That's why
double
I'm just
down.
saying. Just drop the Mandingo.
Okay, that's dropped. It's champion versus champion.
Of all the things to drop from the Todd Barry Carey challenge, egg
Steph Carey
challenge.
carrying around Todd Barry in front of a live crowd as they throw eggs at him.
So wait, it's called the Todd Barry Seth Carey.
No,
egg
It's a Seth
challenge?
Curry Barry Carey egg challenge. What I like is you've stuck.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's what I said. Did
You
I
said
say
Seth, like
I-
Seth
yeah,
Meyers.
His
sorry.
brother Seth.
He has a brother?
He does. Younger brother.
I like, his
Plays on the
aunt
Maverick.
is the sidekick on this great, one of the fun radio shows to do, Todd and Tyler in the Morning in Charlotte. His aunt is the sweetest woman in the world. She's the, she answers the phone, chimes in every now and again. Sweetest woman in the world. Was super nice to me. And that's a fun radio show to do. By the way.
How do you know that it's his aunt?
What I got told that going
Okay.
in, and then she mentioned something. Someone asked her off air something about him. But here's the thing: what you have stumbled upon, not just these great ideas, you've stumbled upon a method of being undeniable in a pitch meeting, because you just go the Steph Curry, Todd Barry, Carey egg challenge. You're like, I don't think we're interested, and you go, how could you not be interested in two celebrities picking their champion? They're like, what? That? I don't think that was what he said. Wait, and you explain that like, I don't think so. And then you're like, What? You don't want a school shooting with naked children? You're like, this guy. What? I don't. What? Okay, just give him a show.
Every idea is 100
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah.
And what do they say? You go, that was my idea.
Yeah.
Make me executive producer.
Yeah.
Anthony, do you have a question?
I've no questions. I was gonna ask if Brendan had more stuff.
Well, Greg has a lot because Greg has stories from Atlantic City. Greg's got a poem. If we want, if we choose,
We only have 20 minutes left, so we gotta get to his.
we've got Anthony Corner. If we choose, I have some nicknames I've made up where you can try and guess who they're for. We can save that for the
We
Patreon.
got too much content.
Yeah.
Why don't you just why don't you go with your stuff?
I want to do it. I want to do Anthony's Corner.
You want to do Anthony's
Okay.
Corner
I want
now?
to do it Anthony's
Okay.
Corner, and then, if they're lucky, maybe I'll talk about my AC trip on the Patreon. Tune in, but we have to do presents on the knot.
We got to do presents.
We have
yes,
to do
we got
Anthony's
presents.
Corner. We got some presents, and I got to do some callbacks. Is that what they're called? Callbacks.
Yeah, shout outs.
Shout outs. We have to say hello to Dan. He isn't speaking. Give us a mic check, Dan. Are you alive?
Check.
Yeah, you sound
Dan
great.
Harumi, baby. The Harumi.
Protected by me. You should wear a shirt that says "Protected by Greg Stone." You're under my protection. I'm gonna get you some armor.
All right. Oh, this will be good. I've got a lot. I'll just go through. This is not my favorite, but
Let me
we
set
got to
the
get
timer.
through it.
There's nothing better. There's nothing better than setting up a segment that way. This is not that good, but we'll just get through it. Great. Tune in, folks.
They're better. Anthony's Corner, I think, on the way. But I did write this.
Well,
so
how
it'd
about
be
just do the one that's on the way?
hard- What's up?
How about just do the one that's good?
No. Because we got to get through them all. Otherwise, I'm doing an injustice to the things that I'm doing an injustice to my time.
All right, well, 5
this
minutes.
is all part of Anthony's Corner. And, as you know, my mom made a lot of sacrifices for me to be here. So if I'm wasting any bit of her time, I feel bad. Okay, we've got a good one today, you ghouls and goblins. Anthony's Corner, Halloween edition, has nothing to do with Halloween. Anthony's Corner, an eye on the future.
I just want to add 2 things. One, he said it's nothing to do with Halloween. That's okay, because Halloween has passed.
Secondly, many people don't speak the punctuation out loud.
Well, you should know, for those, aspiring Anthony's Corner writers at home, and I am teaching an Anthony's Corner class at Montclair State University.
MSU alum. What up?
MSU, if you want to go, a lot of seats still available in
Bruce
that class.
Willis.
Surprisingly.
As it is not sanctioned by the university, and they are wondering how I've got their email address. Anyway, I've been watching. I think I told you guys about this, about the biohacking stuff I've
Sure,
been watching
yeah.
on Netflix. Okay,
You've been trying to do this Anthony Corner since before I left.
that's when I wrote it.
God.
So think about that's what I mean. It's like I gotta get through this one.
Well,
but
get
I did
through it.
Write it. I know it's all part of it though. All right. So, okay. So one of the guys, this guy made glow in the dark dogs. What else?
Just gonna say that you're not gonna explain the guy made glow in the dark dogs.
This guy's trying to make glow in the dark dogs. All right, basically biohacking.
So you can find them.
I don't know. He doesn't. That's the thing. Is he doesn't get into his agenda with glow in the dark dogs. It's just he's like wants to do it. He's one track minded. It's not for anything. He just wants to do glow in the dark dogs.
Got it.
But what biohacking is, and I'll try to wrap it up as fast as I can. Basically, it's people that are, you can change your gene code. And people are sending away, it's called CRISPR, and you could make the guy $150, this ex-NASA scientist, and he'll give you a little CRISPR packet in the mail. And you can, at home, manipulate your own gene code or the gene codes of other things right in your own apartment. Or home if you own one.
Man, that seems to fit that in 3 minutes.
I think that
How the
rhymes.
fuck somebody just does their own gene code? I don't understand.
Well, and not only that, there seemed to be a point in there where he was starting to ask us a question, then he shifted back to explaining genetic hacking.
I was.
And
Well,
this has nothing to do with the glow in the dark dog.
Yeah, well, that was the question he was going to
I
ask.
was gonna ask. All right, man. So this guy's making these glow in the dark dogs, like I said.
Yeah.
What else do you guys think we should make glow in the dark?
Well, I will say this. Not a lot of people know this about me. My new Viking axe tattoo, the red they used in that glows under a black light.
No shit.
Not
I
on
think
purpose.
that's cool, man.
Yeah, for real. Not on purpose. Just that's just the ink. It just does it. So now I'm like a raver guy because I gotta be.
man.
Let me see it.
We don't have a black light. But what I would say glow in the dark.
African.
It would be. It would be kind of crazy if your
Connected
dick
those
glowed in
dots.
the dark.
Oh, your dick. Yeah.
Yeah, dick would be, I guess, my vote. What do you
I
say,
don't
Greg?
like because I always have sex with full UV lights on. I don't like to do it in the dark because, as we know, I get very troubled about darkness.
Sure.
Because I get worried about the it monster showing up and trying to eat me after he stole my boat. What would I make glow in the dark? Scripts, I guess, so I can read them tonight because I'm always working on my scripts because I'm trying to get to L.A. to become a Hollywood movie star.
That's
So,
like a great
glow-in-the-dark
idea.
scripts.
Glow in the dark paper. They make glow in the dark paper?
Yeah, Kindles.
Yeah, iPads.
Guess they do.
But not paper.
Not paper.
I didn't
not
do glow-in-the-dark
technically
scripts.
So we're talking about
'Cause-
glow in the dark trees.
I'm constantly reading leading man roles, okay? And, it's hard for me because I dedicate so much to the craft.
Yeah.
That day, night, it doesn't matter. I'm going 24 hours a day. And as we know, my wife has a big problem with spending money on power. So 6 o'clock quitting time. She turns all the lights off, and I got to read these things because I'm dedicated to the craft. I got to be. I'm action star material.
You're saying,
okay?
how am I going to get these lines down for Mission Impossible 6 lead role if I got the lights turned off so you can sleep and we can save 10 cents?
Yeah.
What was the last movie that you were up for a leading role?
What?
Yeah.
Clifford the Bad Red Dog.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
movie about-
how did it get so bad? What was he doing?
He bought a leather jacket, and it turns out he stole it, and the cops are trying to kill him, but I won't let him. That's my role. My
right.
role is
Okay, you're helping out
I'm
Clifford.
good guy cop. I'm cop who gets it.
Any
cop.
Any
You
scene-
get cop who get.
Now,
I'm a cop who gets it.
Did you want to do a scene from it?
No.
what time are we at? We got to
Okey-dokey.
shout out these presents.
Oh yeah, we're at 46.
So I would.
Oh, plenty of time.
Then I might. Yeah.
Oh, then there's more.
There's a bunch more.
Is this one Anthony's Corner?
Yes.
You're allowed to do one.
Yeah, this is one Anthony's Corner, and obviously, if you're a fan of Anthony's Corner out there, you know how structured out there. They're structured and tiered in such a way that there is a beginning, middle, and end to these things.
As always, yes.
Now you said that thing about the Kindles and the iPads. What about glow-in-the-dark trees for a couple reasons? Because then you get glow-in-the-dark paper right away.
Yeah.
And then number two is that's the problem with the woods, and a lot of things why their dirty deeds are done in the woods is because there's no light over there.
Yeah.
Well, you start introducing these glow-in-the-dark trees, and I think you see less prostitutes who have recently been with a senator end up there.
Do you want to go? You want to take front man on this?
no, go ahead.
Because I got a big problem with that.
Why?
Because I don't want all these birds losing their fucking minds because they can't turn the lights out. Darkness is nighttime for animals.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you got glow in the dark trees. You got bears. Neurotic, losing their mind. They're not sleeping. They're like Fight Club.
like me when I was in Alaska.
Right.
That was
Yes.
the first time
Okay.
I lost my mind because it
Yeah.
never got dark.
So it's good that I took it to you guys
But
first
hold
before
on.
going to the big
but
woods.
let me go second here.
Yeah.
Not every tree would have to be glow
No,
in the
that's
dark.
not what I mean. Yes.
And so
One every
now,
20 or
and it's
something.
also not that far fetched. I mean, there are things in
Okay.
nature that are glow in the dark.
Sure.
There's that phosphorescent algae shit,
Right.
You know, where people go in a canoe to
Yeah.
really
Yes.
live it up.
That's
where-
what this guy's trying to do with dogs. I
Yeah.
swear to God,
Yeah.
he's taking the phosphorescence from that and injecting it.
My-
but anyway, keep going.
But
And the number one thing that glows in the dark, I hate to interrupt, but it's a Greg Heavy episode,
Yeah.
so I do what I want. And what are you going to do? Everyone
nothing.
hates
I
me now?
enjoy it.
Now
I love
everyone
it.
hates me.
I love it. I love it.
The sun.
Yeah, the sun glows in the dark.
You got it.
That's like that.
Great. Glad you came in for that.
I think there's that. There's
What are you
that.
gonna
There's that old street joke that fucking David Cross turns into a song and does on one of his
Which one?
albums, where it's like about the Russians saying they're gonna land on the sun. They're gonna land a spacecraft on the sun, and everyone's like, "How are you gonna go do that?" And they're like, "We will go at night."
That's a great joke.
Yeah, it's great.
I am sorry.
What were you gonna say though about the phosphorescent?
Well, no,
yeah.
not the phosphorescence. This gene hacking in general.
yeah.
You seem enthused by it. I am terrified.
Why?
The fact that people are just getting packages at home and manipulating
CRISPRs.
human genes this is a zombie type. This is like literally all zombie outbreaks are unbelievable except for this potential. Except
funny.
for this
That's a
idea,
funny angle,
where
yeah.
like this is the only way it could happen,
Yeah.
where you just got a guy with no credentials who's messing around with gene codes.
Oh man, the proteins are right next to the pasta in
Yeah.
this guy's freezer. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. I think I mean you're right. Well, if you watch the docuseries,
I got to
you'll see-
interrupt you for 1 second
go
and
ahead.
stay right there. Always a good sign when your producer's just pulling wires 49 minutes into the podcast. He's just ripping wires out of God knows where, Greg.
You guys got this lost.
You guys sit here. That ping, the ping went off. A ping went off.
I mean,
The ping went off.
it's insane. This is insane.
All right, back to what you were
No, man, that
saying.
was so
I just
funny.
had to interrupt
No,
because that was
hilarious.
I apologize. I just heard I heard a noise.
Did you? I don't know.
I'm very attuned to the noise. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The interesting thing about that was like you do have, if you watch it, you'll see this like evolutionary engineer who is shares a similar outlook that you do, not so drastic, but like is very measured about the future of this thing, but also optimistic about the capabilities of it.
Right.
And then the guys that just make me laugh are the guys that could potentially create the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But it's just a guy being like, I don't know, man, I want to get jacked.
yeah.
So why not?
Well, I do think there is something really hilarious from what you've described about like the scientific community being like, we are going to use this to predetermine who is likely to get cancer
Yes.
and re-engineer
Yeah.
that, and then just some guy at home being like, I need a Doberman to glow.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Why?
It's-
Because I want it.
Yep, because I think it'd be cool. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
What about a chicken that's blue? Another guy's like, I'm trying to get rid of my HIV.
Yeah.
It exactly is it.
I
It's
need 4 years because I can't hear far. That's what I was sitting on. That's what I was
man,
sitting on.
That was worth it. I'll say that. And I
Yeah.
mean that wholeheartedly. That was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, then this is the other thing that I was from that. I don't think that. I think we're too mean to rats. I think they should be getting more of a thank you for what they could potentially be doing for the world.
Oh.
Like, because everything
yeah.
is always tested on them.
Yeah.
That could potentially save humanity. And I think it's time that we give them a little bit of the credit they deserve. And stop harping on what they did with the bubonic plague. Those days are over. They're
Yeah.
helpers now.
There are helpers. Yeah, I have a thing I want to do. This is a little segment within a segment. I like to call it, this is what happened on Joe Rogan this week, where I tell you what happened on Joe Rogan, so you're not going to listen to Rogan, you listen to us. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
On Rogan, he was talking
That's
about,
good.
take some of his viewers. He was talking about a monkey that eats rats. There's these monkeys that grab rats and they eat them. That's pretty much the
There's some monkeys that are cannibals too. Some
Yeah.
monkeys eat each
Yeah.
other, which is wild. But I'm with you. I've never really had an issue with rats.
Yeah.
Because rats, if you took away rats, I think rats take care of a lot of pests and dirtiness in the city. Like rats eat a lot of shit that's just lying around.
Sure.
Get it out of the way.
Right.
If you had no rats in New York, garbage dump
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot.
They don't even love cheese the way you think they do.
Yeah,
That's
mice
true.
are supposed to, and they don't either.
No, they like peanut butter.
They like peanut butter.
Yeah, a lot of these things. It's like, come on,
It's all
update the
lies.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
hate
we
this
were fed a
country.
lie with mice and cheese. Oh man,
Greg
this guy's
said he
back on
hates
the
this
wires.
country. Now he's
Oh,
on the
he hates
wires.
this country.
I hate this
And he went
country.
right back to the wires.
But now I got to interrupt you right there,
No, go
Anthony.
ahead,
We
man.
both of us actually have gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we can get back to Anthony's corner if there's time. But
Yeah, I think I'm done.
I think
Yeah,
I
me too,
think
man.
that we each have this. We each have this.
scratching
We each have a
oh
T-shirt
no.
package sent to us. I believe it's from Lauren. Now,
Yeah, I already know what it is.
I want to make a word about that. Lauren Classy Broad on Instagram. She's so funny.
she's so funny,
a
and she doesn't
great-
have enough followers. She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
Lauren Classy Broad. If you're listening, you gotta listen to her. She's hilarious.
Well, watch her.
I think
I've never heard her voice.
I think
just pictures.
oh yeah, not listen to her. You gotta read her stuff.
This is great for video, right?
I think these are from her, but I'm not sure.
Yes, they are. They are.
'Cause she said what she was going to send.
Oh, I got
And I
a.
give her a big thank you.
Let me see.
I think.
She
Oh
sent
hell
me
yeah!
some
I
pictures.
got a Wu-Tang only built for Cuban links T-shirt. Perfect.
Nice.
Love it. Love it. She's the best. What'd you get,
She
Anthony?
is great.
Yeah, I also got a Wu-Tang shirt. There's two of them fighting in front of a robot.
Oh, I've never seen that. That's a nice one.
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you, Lauren.
And size muscular. Like
Show
I
the
am.
camera, you.
And
great
Greg got
you
a
are.
don't even know where
birthday
the
present
cameras
from
are.
her a while ago. She's great. She's hilarious. Follow Lauren
Nice.
Classy Broad on Twitter. And then we have some other presents. I believe.
Well, I need to say who these are from.
Yeah, who are these from?
So I don't know. He sent me. Tita threw the goddamn box away. But he's this nice guy. He talked to me on. I have to figure out find his message so I can give you his Twitter handle. But I'm pretty sure he runs this magazine, KillPrettyMagazine.com, which is a really cool KILLPRETTY magazine.com. It's like a bunch of graffiti and shit. It's a bunch of graffiti on the website. It's awesome. Check that out. And I'm gonna get his real name and say it next week. He sent me. Danny Moonstar, the Marvel Legend action figure. Also, Seth Hermansky also sent me Danny Moonstar, the action figure. He sent me 2. And then, I don't know who gave out my address. I got 4 more of these figures. I have up to 6 of the same figure, but I love them all and will display them all. Now, what'd you guys get?
I got a bunch of plastic spiders.
And it says
Nice.
bag of friends on it.
This is bag of friends.
Did he
Oh,
write?
really?
He wrote that
He
on
wrote
it.
bag
He
of
wrote bag of
friends.
friends.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
great.
funny.
He-
Who gave me this?
This
Lauren?
the guy, Kill Pretty Magazine.
Kill Pretty
I think his name
Magazine.
is. I think his name is Tyler. I gotta remember.
Man, thank you, man. That's
let me see
so
if I can
funny.
find
and
I've
nice
got
of
a
you.
pack of temporary tattoos, a big pack. They're 3D illusion tattoos. He knows I like
Whoa.
tattoos. This way I can try them out ahead of time. I see a butterfly, a strawberry.
Oh, cool,
You know,
man.
maybe I could put the butterfly on Amy's lower back.
Yeah.
Kind of pretend I'm
Oh,
slumming
role
it. You know
playing.
what I
I
mean?
like
Yeah.
Just met her down at the Texaco.
Yeah. Thank you for presents. That is
I
unexpected.
can't believe we got
but
so many
highly
presents.
encouraged. Highly encouraged.
Keep talking, guys. I gotta find this
Send
guy's
us
name.
presents. Well, I'll tell you this thing, Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to tell you this. So I'm watching the marathon, and some of these guys that run the marathon, they're doing costumes, which
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's fun to watch. But I'm going, you're crazy, man. 26.2 miles. This one guy, I believe he was Mexican. He was dressed up like a full kind of old timey Aztec with a head dress that was probably 4 feet high. And it's just like, dude, you're already doing a fucking really hard thing. You don't need one guy was just fully painted green. Not a green bodysuit, fully painted green. Face, it's like, you're going to sweat. This is going to be horrible.
It's going to be disgusting.
This is going to be
Yeah.
not just disgusting, it's going to be in your eyes, in your mouth. Like,
Do those guys end up finishing, or are they just kind of for, like, to get on camera?
no, I
and
think
then
they
they're like,
finished.
I'm gonna go get a beer
I mean,
or
I'm
whatever.
sure some of it was actually funny because I saw the guy with the huge headdress. I saw him at the 10K mark. Like an hour or two later, I was at the gym running, and I was watching football, but on the TV next to it,
Yeah.
the marathon was on, and I fucking saw him again.
At the gym?
No, on the TV
Oh,
of the
so he kept
marathon.
going.
Yeah, so he was at the finish line still
Man,
dressed
wow.
like that.
I wonder if, like, they're doing it to raise awareness.
Some are a lot. What a lot of people do these days, and I didn't want to do this when I ran a marathon because to me it's too distracting. I would think that I know you.
Yeah.
A lot of people will wear a shirt with their name on it,
Right.
So that because there's so many bystanders,
Sure.
and the bystanders are all really good sported. Like so you go like, great job, Paul. Like keep it going, Craig. You know, but it's like I didn't want to do that because I'm like I'm gonna be looking over every time and
Yeah.
being like. Because, like, I saw some guy with a Wesleyan singlet where I went to college, and I was like, Wesleyan! and he
Right,
had to
right,
turn
right.
over and give a thumbs up. It's like, how many thumbs up are you going to give? Like,
It's too much.
Yeah,
After
right.
the beginning, it's fun. Yeah, I think I would keep my phone on me, and I would have my phone number on my shirt, so then you could call me during the race, and then I would talk to you.
Well, I was telling you beforehand, immediately after watching, I entered the lottery to be in next year's marathon. I haven't run a marathon in 10 years.
Now I ask you this: if you did run, would you wear the medal around the whole day?
I never wore my medals. I like Muhammad Ali, I threw him into the river because this country has done me wrong.
Is that really what he did?
Well, it's funny because he always said he did. That he
Sure.
threw his gold medals into the river. But I've seen interviews with family members who have been like, no, he had that medal.
yeah. Man. You throw it in the river, you throw it over the bank, man.
Yeah.
Are you nuts?
So I don't know if he did or not. He always said he did.
Right.
I wouldn't blame him. I mean,
Sure.
he boxed and won a gold medal for this country, and then they put him in jail for not going to Vietnam.
Yeah,
Who
and
didn't go to
grow
jail?
up as a child.
Muhammad Ali in his prime, they
My-
put him in jail.
That's messed up, man.
I'm
I'm gonna find this guy's name. They put Javid out. Man, I'm falling
What do you
apart
think
here.
of those? This is my other question: is how long do you think it's appropriate to wear the medal?
There's nothing
Is
I
it
can
like
do.
social contract all day, or is it like, maybe I'll get a week out of this thing?
I mean, if you're wearing it for a week, you're kind of a dork. Unless you win. If you win,
Right,
wear it all you want.
right.
But if you're just getting the standard finisher's medal, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, I never wore mine. I wore it for the time period when they put it around your neck, but then I hung it up. Now it's lost. I don't know where
Wait,
it is.
you were in the New York Marathon?
No. I ran the Columbus Marathon.
Oh, how? And that's 26.2 miles. The
Yeah,
same
all
as,
marathons
is
are
are
the same
standard
distance.
throughout.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, like, some people don't quite have an understanding of that, and I'll do my marathon joke and be like,
Right.
anyone in here run a marathon? And some like mid-40s lady will be like, I did. It was 3 miles. And it's like, no, you're talking about a race. Like, there's a marathon is a marathon,
Right.
or an ultra marathon, which Michelle does. Those are
Right.
crazy. Those
Yeah.
are wild.
Those
but
are nuts, man.
those are really
Th-
intense.
Like my man Chris Jarrett. He just did the Appalachian Trail, just set a record. Also lives a plant-based lifestyle, one of my boys.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Real quick, man. I can't get this guy's name. I feel terrible.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yo, shoot me another message. I know
Yeah.
multiple things about you. I just can't think of your first name. He lives in California. The fires. He was escaping the fires, and he said they were far away. So he sent us these great presents, and I'm so happy. I want to say thank you, but his message
Well,
I can't find.
It's
I think he's
okay.
from
I
Phil.
mean, yeah,
Trivia,
whoever
pretty sure.
sent us all these
Just message
super
me.
thoughtful, personal gifts, they're really funny, and they're really nice of you to do that. And you know who you are, so come forward.
Come forward. Come forward.
Show receipts though, because some people are gonna try to come forward
Yeah.
who aren't the guy to try to get credit or girl. So show some receipts.
Also, all he has to do is just message me again, and I will see clearly. I will see his face as I remember him. I just can't think of his first name.
Oh,
or something
okay.
like that.
Did he
And the things what?
He messaged the Rad Dudecast account, or he messaged the.
He
personal
messaged
account?
me originally. He said, I
Oh.
found that figure for you. And I was like, I'll PayPal you. Just give me your PayPal.
Gotcha.
And then he sent us all these gifts, and I can't find him. And I got to send him I
That's
gotta PayPal him
okay.
for the figure.
This is
Anyway.
a powerful quote, and you know our podcast always deals in serious, powerful quotes from Muhammad Ali on Vietnam. Why should they ask me to put on a uniform and go 10,000 miles from home and drop bombs and bullets on brown people in Vietnam, while so-called Negro people in Louisville are treated like dogs and denied simple human rights?
Damn, dude.
Yeah, great point.
Great point, man.
Yeah, don't go.
Yeah, don't go.
Shut up and box. That's what I say.
Yeah, classic, Anthony. Let's
Well-
do our plugs, or no?
Well, last Muhammad Ali, my favorite Muhammad Ali story, I forget the guy's name, but he was fighting another black guy who in all the press conferences just refused to call him Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Just kept calling him
Oh.
Cassius Clay.
Oh, that's a move.
And he, like, at first Muhammad Ali was like, no, I've changed my name. Why won't you call me by my name?
Right.
And the guy just kept calling, your mama named you Cassius Clay, you're Cassius Clay, you know? And during the fight, he just beats the shit out of him. And you can see on the footage of the fight, you can't hear it because of the microphones, but you can see him mouthing just the whole time, what's my name?
Oh, fuck.
What's
man.
my name? Just beating the shit out of the guy going, what is my name? And it's like the bet just
That's
like,
great.
Wow.
fuck you.
That
like,
is great.
That's like just a gangster move to just
Man.
like, killed him.
Hey, man.
So
The softer shall fall.
Yeah.
we got to wrap this up. I want to make several apologies.
Not needed. Not needed.
Yeah, none needed.
Yeah, you guys were so great.
Whatsoever.
I thank you guys for being such great friends. On the Patreon, I'm going to talk about this Atlantic City story.
Yeah.
If you guys want to tune in for $5 a month.
Patreon.com/RadDudecast.
Yep. Also, I made a few jokes I didn't love, and you guys you really held me up together there. So thank you. I want to do a big thank you to Dan Harumi, who is protected by me, but also protects me as well. It's a double protection going on.
Yeah,
there.
and what's your Twitter again?
You gotta say it louder. I don't think that mic was on.
Yeah, he pulled
And it was
15 wires. Now it's
It was,
on.
but I pulled out all these wires.
Dan_Harumi. Is it on?
It's Dan_Harumi,
Yeah,
so.
Harumi. Dan, you'll find him as an extra in every movie there has ever been.
Yeah.
You can catch me at the St. Louis Funny Bone the week of Wednesday through Sunday, the week of Thanksgiving. So come out. That's always one of my favorite clubs.
And Andrew's featuring the whole weekend?
No.
Oh.
Ari is.
Ari.
Who's
That's what I
Ari?
thought.
Come on, that's hurtful.
Ari Gold, the famous guy from Entourage.
Oh, actually, I love Ari. I would never do that to Ari. I, for a second, thought it was him who didn't invite me to his wedding. Although he also didn't invite me to his wedding. But Ryan Beck, who I will not look at in the face for the rest of our lives, as he invited both of you to the wedding, and I did not make the list.
I couldn't. I had to cancel. I felt terrible. But
My God. And I still couldn't get a last-minute get in there?
you should have dressed up as me.
They did have one empty chair. I guess they didn't care.
Yeah, I can't wait to have him back in front of my face so I can choke the life from him.
And so he can say, but I wasn't at any of your 16 weddings.
Well, no one was.
Yeah.
We did have 16 weddings that no one knew about. Anthony, why don't you, you know, whatever you do, man.
Yeah, man. Sounds great. As you guys know, everybody that is a purveyor of AnthonyDeVitoComedy.com knows this. November 7th to the 10th, I will be at the Sacramento Punchline, Sacramento, California.
Big room? Upstairs? Downstairs?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
The biggest room?
I'll be in the biggest room because I'm with the biggest gal in comedy, Michelle Wolf.
Oh,
Not a knock
nice.
on her height and weight, just force of nature, you know. So I'll be there. I'll be doing the opening ceremonies. And then from December 5th to the 8th, if you can get down to Naples, Florida, wherever you live, for fuck's sake, please come, because I'll be at the Off the Hook Comedy Club, and from everything I've heard, it's very much on the hook.
Is that you? Is that you or is that Michelle?
That's all me.
Oh, yeah.
That's all me.
Naples.
Saturday show's 6:30. That should tell you everything you need to know about the kind of people that'll be in the crowd that night.
This place is off the hook. What time's the show? Around supper.
Yeah, just a little bit after noon.
We should build our crowd so that way they only come to our shows at noon. You know? Because then we'd
Get
be
it
done
out,
by
yeah.
12.
Doug Benson style.
Yeah,
he
and then
do that?
everyone
Well, he
goes,
only does 420 shows.
4 p.m.?
Yeah.
Then we could
That's
all
great.
go to a water park afterwards.
That's fun.
I would
Take
love
the
that.
experience with you.
Yes. But I'll be there December 5th through the 8th. But most importantly, if you're in the New York area, December 9th through the 13th, I will be putting on this one-man show thingy. I don't know what it is yet about my family and my dad at the Creek in the Cave. And Greg is going to open one night.
Thank God this is the way you spring this on me.
is going to open one night.
You're doing a
We'll
week at the Creek?
See if Dan wants to be there.
No Ryan Becker. I quit.
And that's about it for now. I think that's good for everyone.
I'll be at the New York Comedy Club this Saturday. Just check the website. That's really all I want to talk about. Brendan, did you do yours?
Yeah.